Google may be taking a much bigger step than it seems. The new Flow updates are not just interface improvements. They could be the first step toward a new video generation model, much more integrated, faster, and more accessible. And if this is confirmed, the film industry should at least be on alert. Now Flow brings together image generation, precise editing with smart selection, and video creation in the same environment. You create the scene, adjust elements with simple commands, and turn everything into a video without leaving the platform. This drastically reduces the gap between the idea and the final production, something that used to require a team, professional software, and a hefty budget. If Google is really laying the groundwork for an even more advanced video model behind these changes, we could be facing a possible structural shift. Because when production increases and fits within a unified AI workflow, the impact isn't just technical, it's economic. And that's what we're going to talk about now. But first, subscribe to the channel. And to watch the videos without ads, just click the join button. That way, you also support us here. Deal? So let's get to the video. But first, I want to talk to you about Hashtag's Python Journey, a 4-day event where, over 4 classes, 4 complete projects will be built to show how to use this language to stand out in the job market. Currently, Python is among the most used and valued programming languages by companies. And it can be applied in any field. This Hashtag Journey is free and has no prerequisites. Because all the projects will be built step by step, line by line of code, and everything will be very well explained in a clear, easy to follow way. These are projects for task automation, data analysis, forecasting with machine learning, and even a real-time AI chatbot. So if you want to learn how to program and grow in your career, the next edition of the Hashtag Python Journey will take place from March 2nd to 5th, and anyone can participate. You just need to secure a spot on the official website. Just click the link in the description of this video or scan the QR code that's showing up here on the screen. So hurry up and take advantage of it. Well guys, today I want to share with you this update that was posted by the folks at Flow by Google. Listen up. Today we're expanding Flow into a complete creative studio with AI. We've redesigned the experience and added powerful new tools so you can sketch, visualize, and refine your stories in a single, uninterrupted workflow. What's new? An updated interface for integrated workflows, an easier way to create with images and videos together, seamless suggestions, and editing with natural language. From what they're saying here, the focus of Flow now is on image creation. So you'll create your image, then you'll turn that image into a video, and finally, you'll edit that video. In other words, the idea is to keep everything within the same platform. Let's see what they're saying on the blog. Since the launch of Flow last year, you've created more than 1.5 billion images and videos for creative projects ranging from movies and music videos to product campaigns. Throughout the process, you've told us that you're looking for more than just a video generation tool. We understand. Today we're introducing a redesigned interface that puts image generation front and center. It's what I mentioned earlier, offering flexible asset management and providing more precise control over editing. Next, more ways to create with images and videos. We're making creation across different modalities easier, optimizing your workflow. The best features from our image generation experiments, WISkey and ImageFX, are being integrated directly into Flow. So you can generate, edit, and animate everything in a single unified workspace. With Nano Banana now fully integrated into the main experience, you can create high-fidelity images and instantly use them as ingredients and frames for video generation with Vue without leaving Flow. Additionally, you can generate images for free in Flow. So, this is very interesting because to generate images within Flow, you don't pay anything at all, at least at the time I'm recording this video. We want to make this transition seamless for all our early users. Starting in March, you'll be able to choose to transfer all your projects and assets from WISC and ImageFX directly to your Flow library, so that you never lose the spark that drives a creative process. So starting in March, if you have any project in Whisk or ImageFX, you'll be able to transfer it directly to Flow. Then they introduce more new features here, flexible asset management. The creative process is rarely linear. It's chaotic, iterative, and collaborative. To better support your creatives, the new Flow Asset Grid makes it easier to search, filter, and sort your images and videos, as well as grouping your assets into collections. It was something that was highly requested by the community. Why? You used to produce inside Flow, create your videos, but everything was really messy. Now it's not like that anymore. You can organize what you've produced inside the collections. I'll show you how to do that in a moment. This new flow also features natural editing and precision controls. Go beyond the first draft and refine your vision using more natural and intuitive editing tools. Now you can use the new lasso tool for a more natural experience. To select an area of your image and then use natural language to request adjustments from Flow, like removing the man or adding koi fish in the water. You can also draw directly on your images to tell Flow exactly what you want to change. So now you have total control, greater control over editing your images. And this makes things a lot easier because sometimes artificial intelligence doesn't generate what you want. So you can go there and outline or simply select what you want to erase or replace. To help shape your story, we're also allowing you to extend the duration of a clip, add or remove objects in videos, or orchestrate camera movement in an integrated way. I'll show you all of this in action in a moment. And finally, start creating today. From creating inspiration boards to directing short films and launching product campaigns, these updates are here to help you bring your story to life in a more integrated way. We're looking forward to seeing what you'll create. Try out the new Flow today. They've put the link here. Remember, these new features are also available on free accounts too. Obviously the limits will be lower, but you can already try it out even if you have an account without having to pay anything. So after clicking the link that will be down here in the description of this video, you'll sign up with your Google account, no problem at all. As I said before, it can be with a free account. Then you'll come across this interface here, which apparently is the same, but now you can organize everything much more smoothly. So let's go. I'll show you now what I've already managed to create. Look, I had these two images here. The first is an image of a theater, and the second is an image of these two people here, which are not AI-generated images. I got them from Pexels. So here's what I did. I uploaded both images here using this new feature that lets me combine several elements together, and I asked it to turn them into a video. And this was the result. I asked for these two people to be dancing in the theater. Take a look at how it turned out. Well, notice that now I have some options here. I can extend the video, so I just need to click here on extend and then I'll type in the prompt what I want to do. At the end of the video, the couple looks at the camera and smiles. I put it in Brazilian Portuguese. Previously, Flow didn't work with commands in Portuguese. Now you can use our language without any problem. So here's the extend option. Let's see how it turns out. Notice that here I'm using VAIO 3.1, but I also have the option of VAIO 3.1, VAIO 0.1, Quality, and VAIO 2 Fast. Obviously, depending on the model you choose, more credits will be used. So they polished the interface here so you can edit your video in a much easier way. So now I have the buttons here to extend, to insert, to remove, and also the camera adjustment that I'll show you in a moment. Finished? Let's see how the extension turned out. Very cool, right? So you can keep extending your video to make it a little longer. Going back to my original clip, when I click on insert, notice that this icon appears here so I can select exactly where I want to insert something. I selected it and will ask for this, a man playing the piano. So notice that now everything has become much more intuitive because you can add, remove, and make edits throughout your entire audiovisual creation. Alright, it's finished here, but this time it wasn't perfect. Notice that it added the piano, but I don't have anyone playing it. So it's still a technology in development. Has it improved a lot? Yes, it has improved a lot. But we can see that artificial intelligence models still have some difficulty inserting objects into a scene. Can it be erased? I'll click on remove. Now I'll select what I want to erase. Erase the piano. Let's see if it can do it. So despite the advances we already have here in video generation models, this technology is still in development. So I believe that in a possible Avo 4 things should get better. But at least for now, I think this is an attempt by Google to introduce some tools using the current model, which is VIO 3.1, to run some tests, and from there, launch a much better model. Who knows, maybe even to compete with Cdance, which is impressing everyone with the creation of increasingly professional videos. Look, it finished here, but it didn't erase the piano, so there are some bugs, like I told you. Did it get better? Yes, it did. But it's still not perfect. Coming back to the original clip, I want to show you now the camera feature, and I have a few options here. Zoom in, zoom out, pan left, pan right, and so on. I'm going to use this one, orbit up. I'll select it and ask it to generate. So this feature here is interesting because you can change the camera angle to make your scene more dynamic. Is it done already? Let's see how it turned out. Music. Now the feature looks really cool, right? So I had my original take here, which was a static shot, and then I set it to orbit upwards. And then you get this whole effect here, making it look like I had a camera crane here, where the camera was going up, and I started filming from above. So it turned out really cool. And I can also change the camera position. Center, left, right, up, down, and so on. So when you finish your editing here, you have a few options. You can download the content or click on finish, then your content will automatically be transferred to the gallery, which you can now organize in a much more intuitive way. How do you do that? By clicking here on the plus sign, you see that I have the option to create a collection. I'll give my collection a title. It will be called Dance. I select all the elements here and I'll bring them into my collection. So now everything is organized inside a single folder. Besides that, I have other viewing options by clicking here on the gear icon. So now I can choose how I want to view my material. Since the focus of this update is on image generation, I'll see how this works in practice. I'll click here on New Project. I'll select Image here. Then I can choose the model I want to use. Nano Banana Pro, Nano Banana, and Image 4. I'll select Nano Banana Pro here. And notice that at the moment I'm recording this video, creating images here in Flow, even using Nano Banana Pro, doesn't consume any credits. Now take a look at the prompt. Create an image of a poodle dog in close-up. So this is the workflow they're suggesting from now on. And you create the images here, then take that image and turn it into a video. Since we now have this option to add several ingredients, you can create several images right here in Flow. You won't spend your credits, and from these images you put together your video. Done. It created my image here. If I want to turn it into a video, I just click here on the three dots and select Animate. If not, I can edit this image using Nano Banana Pro. See that I can resize it to landscape, portrait, square, and freeform. Then I just need to crop it manually. In this other icon down here, I have the box and lasso options, so I can make my selection if I want to change something in my image. And in this last icon here, I can draw what I want to modify in my photo. So I have these three options here to edit my image. If everything is okay, then just click Finish. After that, you'll come back to your image, click on the three dots, and select the Animate option. You can see that the image is already here. I can select the final image, or I can ask the following. Create a video of my dog walking and smiling. For the model, I'm going to use VIO 3.1 Fast. I just want one option and we'll ask it to generate. Done, it's finished. Let's see the result. Pretty cool, right? So did you see how you have full control from generating the image to creating your video? Because first I generated the image here in high definition using Nano Banana Pro. Then I took that image and turned it into a video. From now on, I can extend it, I can insert elements, I can remove anything I want, and I can also choose the camera position. If I want to zoom in, zoom out, point it left or right, do it from a higher angle, and so on. So guys, give it a try. I thought it turned out much better. Now we have the option to create videos here in a much more professional way without having to go through a big learning curve, because everything happens intuitively. From creating the image to generating your video. If you like the result, just click here to download. You have the option to download it in 270p, which is a GIF, 720p, or 1080p. To download in 4K, you need to have an Ultra account because I'm using my Pro account and I can only download up to 1080p. So try it out and then come back here in the comments to tell me what you think of the new flow. So what did you think of this new flow? Is Google really preparing an answer to Seedance? Let me know in the comments, okay? I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Bye.